Hey, today I'm gonna start getting into like stocks. My voice sounds a little different because I'm a little sick, but I'm getting over it though. So I'm gonna try to make this quick because I got somewhere to be, something to do. So I'm gonna just give you like the general strategy for investing. Number one, diversifying your portfolio. So what that means, don't put your money all in one stock. Diversify your stock. So, for example, you could do let's say if you want to get more into like individual stocks or blue chip stocks or something like that, you could do like an Apple, Microsoft, like an Nvidia, Tesla, some shit like that. But make sure you diversify. What I recommend though, especially for beginners, do S&P 500 because or Nasdaq 100 or something like that. So that would be VOO, VTI, SPY, shit like that. If you want to get more into technology-based things, you could do QQQ, which is like more technology-based like stocks, but all grouped into one. So number two, invest bro. Invest consistently. So what that means is like invest in every week, invest in every bi-weekly, invest in monthly. Um, every time you get your paycheck or anytime you get paid or something, when that money hits your account, pay yourself first. So you could pay yourself in a high yield savings account. Set a percentage aside to put it in a high yield savings account. Put your money aside to go ahead and invest into the stock market. You know what I'm saying? So consistently buy. And think number three, think long term. So 10 or plus years minimum, 10 years minimum. So think more long term about your investment. So you can actually see your money compound over time and work for you instead of trading your time for money. Your money is giving you back time, you know. Number four, avoid panic selling. So if you see like your portfolio or the market is dropping or crashing, it's okay. It's like a reset. That's actually when you buy more, because the market is on it's basically on sale. So think about it as like this. Okay, so think about it as like this. So when, let's say you go to a shoe store, right, and there's some Jordans on the wall, and uh, let's say they're exclusive too, you know. So let's say they started off as $100, right? So it's $100 to get them. You come in there another week, now it's on sale, and now it's for $85. Now you better cop that. Boom, I'm gonna cop it. Even if you don't want the shoes, you could flip and resell them. You know what I'm saying? So boom, you grab the shoes, you buy them for $85. Boom, that's a steal right there. Boom, you wait again till the price either goes back up to 100. You could go ahead and flip the shoes. Boom, that's a $25 profit. I mean, a $15 profit that you made off of that. Now, if you really want to get bigger returns on investments, so you could hold it for a year. Now that's just 220. You could hold it for 3 years. Now that's just 340. You could hold it for 5 years. Now $540 shoes. Boom, you can go ahead and sell that. You just made, you know how much profit that you made off of that? But it's time based, so that's just an example of what it is. That's an example of what the stock market is. So what I would say, recommend you guys to do for beginners, definitely look into index funds or ETFs. So that's especially S&P 500 because it has an average return of 8%. So an average return of 8%, that's better than your bank account, you feel me? Your bank account only gives you 0.01%, a penny. Nigga, a penny? That bullshit out here, but so 8%, big difference. But there's all sorts of different types of investments that you could do. You could do REITs investments, you could do mutual bonds, you could do ETFs, index funds, individual stocks, so blue chip stocks, there's crypto, you can have a house, that's an investment, but it depends on how you use the house though for an investment. You know what I'm saying? You could invest into a business, you can invest into a property, you know what I'm saying? You can invest into your knowledge. like I was saying in my first video. So that's just like the general, I'll give you like some stocks that you could kind of invest into. So S&P 500 for sure. Like I said, it compounds of the most, like the largest top 500 companies in the world. So that would be Apple, it would be McDonald's, and the biggest companies that you could think of, the top 500. And it averages out those, like the percentage on those stocks, it averages it out. So that's what that'll be. So S&P 500, you could add in a couple blue chip stocks. You could add in, but you got to know like the percentages too. So you could do 60, 70, 80% S&P 500. So VOO, SPY, VTI, Vanguard, Charles Schwab. You could do Dow Jones, something like that. Or you could do, and then you could do like 20% into QQQ or UUUU, which is energy fuels. You could do, and then you could do like another 10% into Nvidia, Tesla, Apple, McDonald's. It just all depends on what you want to do, you know. Depends on what stock you think is going to have bigger returns. It depends on what stock do you think is going to be around for the long term and that's going to keep excelling and growing and scaling. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to do your research on that type of stuff. But yeah, I would say just stick to those for right now. Stick to like ETFs and index funds. So like I said, S&P 500, you could do NASDAQ 100, look into ETFs. So yeah, Vanguard, Charles Schwab's, Dow Jones, VOO, SPY, IVV. So that's just, and diversify your portfolio. And yeah, peace.